8 perfumes for this Ramzan 2025. So I'm choosing mainly Middle Eastern blends because that's the kind of fragrances I love personally using for Ramzan prayers. So stay tuned to watch in detail. What's up guys, this is Yasser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasser's Fit Frag. 8 Middle Eastern type spiritual smelling fragrances that I personally feel for this Ramzan 2025. At number 8 is Musk and Leather by Ahmed Maghribi. It has a beautiful orange opening along with leather, and in the lid dry down you get a good dose of musk. Okay, I compared it with Rasasi Lattafa in the beginning because that time I freshly got it. But over the time when it got macerated, the orange note got too stronger. Okay, so now I feel that Rasasi Lattafa has its own stand. I would still prefer Rasasi Lattafa as my number 1 favorite leather fragrance. This comes after that, okay, because initially the orange note was not that strong. It has orange saffron as well, and then comes the leather and musk. The orange got too sweeter over the time when it got macerated. But still, it is one of my favorite leather fragrance, and I would still consider it. And I think if you love leather fragrance and you want to use it for Ramzan prayers, this is still one of the best that I would choose and let you know. Okay, the performance is great. It goes 12 plus hours on clothes. Good 3 hours of projection as well. Number 7 is Ignite Oud by Ahmed Maghribi. Again, you might see a lot of Middle Eastern brands here, but like I said, I personally prefer Middle Eastern sort of blends for Ramzan prayers. So Ignite Oud is a nice smoky saffron woody amber fragrance. Has a touch of rose as well. It has a lot of green accords which gives that green spiciness. So overall a beautiful fragrance. In the air it is magical because I did get compliment when I wore this to office as well, but it is very strong. Do not overspray this. 4 to 5 sprays is more than sufficient for indoors AC setup, so do not overspray this and spoil the beauty. Now for prayers you can definitely go about 7 to 8 indoors AC, because generally people in Muslim community are used to stronger fragrances, so they don't get offended. But otherwise do not go overboard with this particular fragrance. That's at number 7. At number 6 is again from Ahmed Maghribi called as Oud Afghano. This is an inspired version of Black Afghano by Nasamato. For those who like smoky, patchouli, oud, dry fruit sort of opening. Here the opening is a little bit different compared to Nasamato because this has that dry fruit sort of opening. It is very strong. Also has that smoky agarwood, nagarmota sort of oud, and then there is patchouli, amber, sandalwood, and oud again. So this also goes really well for Ramzan prayers. Number 5 is for those who do not like typical Middle Eastern fragrance. If you do not want something that is oud, amber, rose, there is this beautiful fragrance from Ajmal called as Evoke Midnight Edition. It's a beautiful lavender and cardamom combination. Okay, there is no much of Middle Eastern touch here, but it is not a typical Western style of fragrance as well. Not in the typical designer style as well, but not in the typical Middle Eastern style as well. It's placed right in the middle. So like I said, lavender and cardamom combination, very beautifully done. If you can imagine that sort of a blend, you definitely can check this one out. Evoke Midnight Edition. Definitely check this one out. If you want decant of this one, you can contact this particular number. So that's at number 5. Number 4 is Ahmed Maghribi's Dubai Sheikh. Okay, I've spoken a lot about this one. One of my favorites, Ahmed Maghribi fragrance, has that Bakar Rouge 540 DNA with a nice dose of beautiful oud with amber, patchouli, that sort of a blend. Okay, beautiful fragrance, projects really nice. People who do not like Middle Eastern fragrance as well will compliment you on this one in the air after 3 to 4 hours. Number 2 is Ahmed Maghribi's Mudge, which is my favorite Ahmed Maghribi till date. Very beautiful honey, amber, florals, patchouli, absolute gorgeous guys. There are a lot of clones these days, but it doesn't have that touch of oud that you get in the original because the clones don't use that quality of oud. The other elements do match a lot. The floral elements get too dominant there in the clones, but this is rightly balanced. and is in the perfect way it can be, according to me. Okay, now there could be people who do not like this, but for those who like Middle Eastern blends, this is one of the best that I can recommend. Okay, highly complimenting. Performance is out of this world, guys. Just 2-3 sprays will do the job for indoors. Just beautiful. Now, if you're wondering why I did not place that at number 1, that's plainly because this video is specific to Ramzan prayers, the perfumes that you can use for Ramzan prayers. So that's the reason I'm not really calling that out as a typical, spiritual fragrance. All of that which I mentioned need not be a typical spiritual fragrance, but it goes really well in that line as well. So my number 2 and number 1 is something that I actually layer. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I do. One of them is Ajmal Anaka, which I spray on the sides and the back. Ajmal Anaka I have reviewed long back. It's a beautiful nutmeg, saffron, hint of rose, amber, patchouli and oud fragrance. After 1 hour it smells absolutely gorgeous, guys. It has that nice sweet amber, not too sweet at all, a very nice smooth creamy sweetness of amber along with the other notes that I mentioned, and it smells absolutely gorgeous, like a rich Arab that is walking by. Now this is very nicely combined with Oud Arabia's Agarwood, which I have recently reviewed. This is a beautiful mild incensey smoky woody agarwood. Okay, has that beautiful touch of sandalwood and cedarwood. Just absolute gorgeous, guys. These two blend so well that I wanted to place them at number 1 in this particular video. Okay, I do it as a combination. I layer them, this on the sides and the back and this on the shoulders. They smell gorgeous, you have to trust me. Now if you like nice soft woody sort of scents, definitely try this combination. This is just out of the world to my taste. Okay, so this stays at number 2 and number 1 in this particular video for the top 8 fragrances that you can use for 2025 Ramzan prayers. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in case you've tried this. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.